Hey guys, what's going on? It's BradPhusion here and welcome back to another Space Enemies video. Today's video will be focusing on the latest update, update 1.025, which includes three major changes or three major amazing things that I love that they've added to this game. No, it's not conveyors, but they are equally as great. The first thing is glass, secondly is alternate cockpits, the third thing is artificial mass. So we will begin by looking at the glass. Now, glass comes in different shapes and forms and also includes inverted for most of the glass types. Here we have glass block 1x1 in inverted, 1x2 and inverted, 3x2 and inverted, 3x3 and inverted, and then we have the slopes, the 1x1, the 1x2, the 1x1 corner, the 1x2 corners and the inverted alternative, the angled corner and the inverted, and then the 2x1 angled corner and its inverted form. Now these look amazing, and if you don't know what I mean by inverted, it simply means that when you place them down on a spot, and I will do that right now for you guys. As you guys can see, the place where it's going to be placing it is facing towards me, with the darker side being closer. The inverted simply means that it changes that around. Wait, sorry, I had the wrong one selected, that's embarrassing. And let me do that again. Okay, so the uninverted one means that the closest side to me is going to be see-through, as where the other side is going to be darker. Now if I go inverted, that flips it around so that the closest side to me is going to be the darker one, and the side you can see through is on this side here, the further away one. Now this allows for multiple patterns, and I think the glass in general actually looks really nice. So I've made a few things as well, and this is the first thing over here. That is simply just a hallway made out of glass, and you guys can see that it looks absolutely amazing. Now on the outside, if I go to the outside really quite quickly, you will see that it's actually quite dark on the inside and you can't really see all too much, which is a really nice feature, and everyone's been waiting for glass for a long time now, simply for having windows and other things, and they've gone over and above with glass, and this just looks really cool. So I quite like the glass edition. And if you guys have been watching my Space Enemies survival series, you will know that I'm about finishing I'm getting very close to finishing my large ship, and I kind of wondered what my large ship would look like if it had glass on the front of it. So today I have built my ship with glass on the front of it, in a creative of course, because I'm too lazy to do it otherwise. And you guys can see that it looks really cool, and I will show you it from the inside in a second. But here you guys can see that I've changed the majority of the front and the top here. I haven't done much on the bottom because that would be a little bit weird, but I will show you this from the inside as well. And on the inside it looks so damn cool. You can look all around the outside in space, and it's so amazing. I'm in love with the glass now. And if you go up to the cockpit, why can't I move there? There we go. If you go up to the cockpit, you guys can see that you can see a little bit more, but not too much. It doesn't really matter because this cockpit is limited to third person. But with the addition of new cockpits, which I will go and show you right now, they've added two alternatives for large ships. Now, we've all seen the main one here. This is third person only, kind of locked into a monitor sort of thing. Not too bad, but a lot of people kind of want to play first person when flying large ships. So the first alternative is small ship cockpit, but for large ships, and this allows first and third person as well, which is pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of it because I don't really like the look of the small ship cockpit, but that's just me. Some people will like this edition, and I think it would be great to have on the front of a large ship. The other alternative is this thing here, and this thing is amazing. So it basically is the original cockpit, just missing the monitor, and what this means is that you have a first person perspective while sitting on the inside of your ship. And if you have a glass cockpit, this would be really amazing. And I have actually put in a cockpit in here in the front of this ship that allows me to see outside, and it looks very cool. So let me just get in here, I'll sit down here, and you guys can see how this looks. And yes, you can control your ship as you normally would from this cockpit, and that is just so damn cool. But that is not the coolest part of this update. The coolest part is artificial mass. Now, if you guys don't know about my channel history, or my Space Engineers history, the first thing I really made in Space Engineers was my gravity cannons, which was an idea that came to me when I decided to stick a rock to a landing gear and throw it through a cannon full of gravity generators. Now this was the first form of, well, gravity generated flight in Space Engineers, and you guys quite liked it, and that's what made me popular with this, because I made that thing and everyone loved the gravity cannon, so I continue making it, continue improving it. But now we have artificial mass, which simulates rock stuck to a landing gear, or it does it a little bit better because it's only a 1x1 instead of a 3 by, what was that with by? It was 3 by, what is landing gear? It's a 3x2? Yeah, 3x2, and then you have the rock on top. But this compacts it down, and this makes it so much more efficient and so much more awesome. This thing, however, does use power, but let me just stick a little gyroscope here. I'll stick it on the side so it doesn't affect it too much. There we go. Now, since there's a cockpit on that side, I'm actually going to stick a cockpit on this side just to make it even with the distribution, so it won't be a little bit wacky. So let me just get into this, and let me show you how this works, and let the hilarity ensue of me flying around this little teeny thing, simply made of one gravity generator and artificial mass. So let me turn on the gravity generator, and we will see that we are moving forward really quite quickly. And I can turn around, obviously, and crash into stuff. But let me actually turn off the gravity generator really quickly here. Let me try and see if we can actually slow down. So actually, we can't slow down because I turned it off. I am a fool. I am seriously a fool. So let me try and see if I can actually slow down here. And off. There we go. We're going very slowly. Now, a cool thing about this is this allows you to make sort of missiles and whatnot. So if I go here and let me put on a warhead, I'll stick this on the front here, and let's crash this into something for the fun of it. So let's turn the gravity generator on, and let's go flying into something really quickly. So we're flying away really fast. Let me slow down here, and let's crash into Zelda because, well, Zelda's a nice game, but whoa, let me try and get the steering thing right. There we go. Oh no, we're drifting too far off. No, can we crash still? I don't think we can. Abandon ship. Boom. Massive explosion. It is so cool. I love the fact that we have artificial mass now, and this allows for so many things, and this also allows for more refined gravity generators. Not gravity. Sorry, I've had something in my throat this whole session since I started recording as well. There we go, I just had a drink, so I should be a little bit better, at least for a few more minutes. So what I was saying is that this allows for more refined and more better gravity cannons. So over here I built a Gravity Gate Alpha, a very small gravity cannon, very simple. I think it has 60 gravity cannons, gravity generators. I'm calling these gravity cannons, I don't know why. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 10, 18, 24, sorry, 24, 30, 34, 36. This has 36 gravity generators on it, and let's see how fast this ship can go simply by using the power of gravity and 2 artificial masses in the front here. So let me get inside. I've been wanting to do this for so long now, so let me get in here, turn this on, and let's fly forward ever so slightly with the dampeners off, and we'll start off at a speed of 1.5, and we'll see how quickly we can, or see how fast we can actually get up to simply by using gravity. I think I'm actually going really quite slow. I think we're a little bit far away. Let's slow down here. Once we get, and I love the fact that they've added this simply because I feel that I may have influenced this in some way, and there we go, we are picking up speed now, and we are getting really quickly, and we've reached a speed of 94.4 meters per second in such a short time. Let me turn my dampers on to slow down here. But that is so awesome, and like I said, I feel I may have in some way influenced this with my gravity cannons, which were, like I said, the first large ships influenced by gravity idea, and that seemed to take off. And I remember the actual Space Engineers channel, or the developers, actually commented on my video and congrats me and thanked me for coming up with this idea, and it was really such an awesome moment for me. But I'm so glad that they've actually turned this idea into something that's actually in the game now, so everyone doesn't have to make this weird loop around to actually get gravity or get ships affected by gravity. Instead of having to do my idea, they've now refined it so that all you have to do is just stick artificial mass on your ship, which is awesome. So if you're wondering what the energy consumption of that would be, I've made a little demonstration over here. I've made one ship that has this built into it. What this is simply 2 artificial masses and 6 gravity launchers. So, oh my god, 6 gravity generators and 2 gyroscopes, as well as 1 reactor. I want to see what the power output would be of such a simple setup, instead of having any thrusters, any lights, anything turned on, just having this simple thing here, and see how much power you would actually save. So currently we're using 68% of 5 megawatts. Let me turn on the artificial mass here, and we are now using 92%. 92% of 5 megawatts. That is so minimalistic. If you want to know how minimalistic it is compared to a normal ship firing up its thrusters, I think this thing has about 10 thrusters on the back? I'm not entirely too sure actually, but how much energy does this use up normally? So we have a total of 70 megawatts, and if I fire this up, we are using 28% of 70. So that is a lot more than simply just using gravity to power your ship. So I've got the ship over here, and I want to see how fast its acceleration would be with such a simple setup. And admittedly, it actually wasn't too bad. I get in here, and get into the side of the cockpit, and let me turn on the artificial mass yet again, and turn off the dampeners. You'll see that we actually are picking up speed relatively quickly, about as fast as we would if we were actually thrusting. But we're only using 6% of our power instead of, what was it, 20%? So we've cut down. I mean, don't forget, we also have all the thrusters still turned on, it's just that they're not actually being used right now. So we're using so much less power, even right, like I said, right now, all the thrusters, or at least the majority of the thrusters, are still turned on. And that's just, it's awesome. The fact that this is now a thing. I love it. It's such an amazing update, and the developers worked so hard to get all this stuff here. Admittedly, we don't have conveyors yet, but that doesn't bother me much, because we've got this, we've got glass, we've got artificial gravity, we've got different cockpits which allow for such amazing views from your ship. I want to thank the developers personally. I know they don't often watch my videos, and if they do, well, that's awesome as well. But I want to thank them for spending so much time every day putting their heart and soul into this game, and it is such an amazing piece of work right now. Well, it's always been a piece of work. I can just imagine from a developer's perspective, because this is basically their baby, and their baby's growing up into something big, and everyone's in love with it. At least I'm in love with it. It's such an awesome game. So thank you guys, thank you developers, for putting so much effort into this game, and hopefully you guys will be rewarded in the future for such efforts. So I want to thank you guys for watching as well, and thank you guys for supporting my channel. This has been BradPhusion with the latest update 1.0.25. There we go, I finally said it right. Thank you guys for watching. Stay awesome. See you guys next time.